Alright, so recently I reread Egghead Island for like the third time, and now I can say beyond like a shadow of a doubt, that shit sucked so much fuck, man. I could legitimately make the argument that Fishman Island was better, because at the very least that had like some narrative purpose. Oda was unfortunately not cooking for this arc. Like, the Straw Hats are either useless or dumb in this arc, the antagonists are fucking stupid, the Gorosei like use all these crazy abilities and then they're just like, I'm gonna go fucking stupid brain actually and just not use them for the rest of the arc. All the other side characters are like either pointless or like the shit they do is like, why would you write it like this way, Oda? Like, what the fuck, man? And like the titular Vegapunk, the dude who we've been wanting to see for like 2 decades basically, is just like the biggest fucking buffoon ever, man. Like, it is comedic how stupid and how frequently this guy fucks up in this arc. It's actually kind of poetic in a sense. It's crazy, dude. So yeah, I just want to make a quick video talking about like how dog water the plot is and how dog water the characters are for most of it, because it's really funny, honestly. But yeah, as for the plot, Straw Hats meet up with Bonnie, they go to Egghead Island, they meet Vegapunk and his 6 fucking clones. Vegapunk's like, hey, world government's coming to kill me. I researched the same shit that O'Hara was researching. Do me a solid, get me off of this island. Oh, and also one of my clones is a traitor who snitched on me. Then after that, CP0 comes in, they completely fail to do anything of substance. Then Kizaru comes in. Low-key, no complaints with Kizaru. Like, I honestly might be hella biased. I liked his performance. Saint Saturn shows up, does some crazy fucking abilities, blows up a dude's head with his mind. Holy fuck. Doesn't use it on the Straw Hats. Sure. Okay, cool, whatever. Somehow, he manages to, like, stop being brain dead for a moment and actually manages to kill Vegapunk.
That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
Which triggers like the infamous broadcast. Everyone's talked about it. Everyone's talked how bad it was. That activates. Other Gorosei come in. They fail to kill 5 dudes who don't have Haki, plus a wounded Luffy. Like, I don't know how the fuck you're like the world government's top dogs and you're like fucking up this bad, but whatever. Giant warrior pirates come in, and then the giant warrior pirates help the Straw Hats. They all fuck off to Elbaf with one of Vegapunk's clones and also like Kuma and Bonnie. Alright, so yeah, Oda, he absolutely cooked in the kitchen. 5-star meal. Straw Hats are being stupid, antagonists are being stupid, plot makes no sense. Chef's kiss, And like as regards to the Straw Hats, as I said earlier, they are either stupid or useless for the most part. Luffy's dumb. I like Gear 5, but his Gear 5 like just makes him so stupid. Like there's literally a panel of like him just laughing his fucking ass off while Vegapunk is like bleeding out in the background. It's like really funny like conceptually, but like I don't think that's what Oda's goal was. Zoro's just straight up seen as a liability by the rest of the crew, and he couldn't even like fucking beat up 2 HP Lucci. Nami low-key cooked, basically impromptu captain, no notes on that. She cooked. Usopp, man, oh fuck, what can I say about Usopp?
Dad, you're a fraud!
Dude, he's done nothing in 10 real-life fucking years. He did nothing on Egghead. And like I feel bad for like diehard Usopp fans because they're like, oh, Elbaf is gonna be his arc. Dude, Wano wasn't Zoro's arc, Egghead wasn't Frankie's arc, Elbaf isn't gonna be Usopp's arc, and he's a pedophile now. Speaking of, I guarantee you Sanji did something pedophilic on Egghead. I'm positive, but the thing is, after Fishman Island, whenever he does some shit like that, I just block it out. I read that shit 3 times, and like I can't remember anything specifically he did, but I'm sure he did something fucking bizarre. And also, like, you know, he's the cook, he's supposed to cook for the crew. Giant warrior pirates come in, cock on the table, and they're like, hey, here's this fucking dried shark. They'll completely heal and feed your captain. Wow, thank you, Oda. Thanks for invalidating the Sanji. Amazing. This doesn't really relate to Egghead, but fucking Kung Fu Point is the worst thing that's ever happened to Chopper, like design-wise and narratively. All his other points, other than like monster form and his regular form, are like just completely fucking neglected. And the shit I said about the giant warrior pirates with Sanji also applies to Chopper. Like, it's not even magic shark, it's just like regular fucking shark jerky, just instantly heals Luffy. Good writing choice, Oda. Dude, they did Robin so fucking dirty on Egghead. I was expecting her to do something. Because, like, you know, this arc, aside from being about, like, science and shit, it's also about, like, uncovering, like, the truth of the world, the ancient history, all that shit with O'Hara. And Robin does fucking nothing. She gets fucking off-screened. She sleeps through the whole arc. She sleeps through a fucking Buster call. After Egghead, I thought we were gonna learn who, you know, like, knocked her the fuck out. We didn't. Not that it matters too much, but like, fuck, man, like, they did Robin so dirty. I was really upset that Frankie didn't do anything on Egghead. I thought he was gonna get like a crazy upgrade, dude. I was a Frankie believer, I'm not even gonna lie. I thought he was gonna use green blood in one of his inventions, or like get a crazy laser beam with like the PX3 or some shit. But no, he fucking just punched an admiral and one-shotted a vice admiral. Like, he did save Luffy at one point, but like, dude, there's literally a scene of him talking to Vegapunk, and he's like, oh dude, I love your work, I've integrated all of your work into like, literally my body, bro. And Vegapunk was like, shut the fuck up, get me off this island, you rusty bitch. Nah, dude, it's tragic. I was on God surprised Brook did anything. I was surprised fucking Oda actually wrote him in the story. I think he forgets about Brook, honestly. I think he forgot he made Brook a Straw Hat a few years ago. But nah, low-key, Brook saves the ship. Goated. Jinbei at the start of the arc actually does some cool shit. He saves Luffy, Bonnie, and Chopper from drowning because they're like fruit users. And then he just does fucking nothing else. He piloted like the Sunny at the very beginning, which was cool. You know, adds to his characterization, but they did my blue boy so fucking dirty, man. They sent him on a fetch quest to get Zoro. Like, dude, all of the Straw Hats either like did nothing, were invalidated, or just fucking stupid. Like, it's trash, honestly. So yeah, Oda just deadass forgot to write his main characters doing shit, so I wonder what he made his side characters do. For CP0, he made like the most pointless plotline ever. Like, there's this thing with like Stussy, and she's like, oh, I fucking betrayed CP0, and it's supposed to be super heartfelt, but I don't give a shit. You don't give a shit. I've seen Stussy interact with CP0 for a total of 4 panels, and 2 of them were backstabbing them. Like, there's just like no emotional weight here. I don't give a fuck. And then there's this like one bit, very minor thing. Rob Lucci, low-key goated in this arc, good for him. Good work. There's one point where he like disables Sentomaru. He's planning on killing him because he's a threat. He's actively betraying the world government, which would not fucking fly in his book. Defeats him, and then he's like, I'm just gonna fucking sit around and twiddle my thumbs while this force field is still up. And fucking edge the idea of beating Luffy or some shit. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Get off your ass and kill him, please. Kizaru comes in, low-key goated. I liked his backstory. I thought his shit was good. He couldn't defeat Luffy, but like, he's the main character, so like, I'm not gonna fault him for that. So then the big guns are called in, Saint Saturn, and like instantly, like I said earlier, this dude blows up a dude's head. Doesn't do it again until the end of the arc on a random vice admiral, because like a vice admiral asked a valid question. I'm like, okay, dude, very cool. Like, I'm glad Saint Saturn died. He fucking deserved it. I'm glad Eam fucking killed him with Wi-Fi Haki a million miles away. Personally, if I was Eam, I would have like gone a can of Raid and like sprayed him for like 50 seconds, then like stepped on him with a big fucking shoe. But yeah, no, he's probably like the second worst character in this arc. Like, he doesn't do like a single intelligent thing. On the island, he does stupid shit. Before the island, he does stupid shit. The reason why like Kuma's still alive is because of him. He was like, yo, Vegapunk, put a bomb in him. Because I'm something of a scientist myself. I'll know if you don't put a bomb in. And then Vegapunk proceeds to not put a bomb in, so he's just seen as this fucking moron. He also gave Bonnie her overpowered devil fruit. I was like, bro, you didn't have to do that. You could have gave her like a shit tier devil fruit. And he should know the like all the devil fruit types and like each individual one. He had no reason giving her a fruit that could replicate their greatest enemy being Nika. Like, what the actual fuck are you doing, bro? And the rest of the Gorosei don't fare much better. Like, they do all these crazy feats, and then they're not even able to kill these non-Haki users or stop a fucking broadcast. Like, the way Oda wrote the Gorosei was just so poorly written. He should have left with just one, and he should have had Saturn actually be fucking competent. Instead of just the Gorosei running around like fucking headless chickens trying to find this broadcast, being unable to like do anything of substance. It's just horrible. The Iron Giant also pissed me off, not because like it did anything stupid per se. It's just that like they introduced new Haki mechanics, and I hate Haki so much. I think Haki is my least favorite thing in all of One Piece because it's just so poorly written. Every single time we learn something new about Haki, it's like, why didn't XYZ characters use this during ABC event? Like, I think Haki's so poorly written. Having fucking Wi-Fi Haki that can hit you from like miles away is stupid. Having stored Haki that fucking is activated when you pull a knot is stupid. It's just really contrived. And I think Haki should have never existed, but that's not really an Egghead problem. It was just exemplified in this arc. And then for like Vegapunk proper, oh my god. This guy's a fucking idiot. This guy is like basically responsible for like thousands of deaths. Because all of these events, he knew were gonna happen 2 weeks in advance. And 6 days before the arc happens, he knew who the traitor was. So, you know, to prepare for this potential massacre, he wipes his memory, leaves himself a note saying, hey, by the way, you need to kill yourself, and also leaves a recording which he doesn't even know he left because he kills himself. So like he just, I guess, waits 2 weeks. Luffy just happens to show up. He wasn't planning for that. That just worked out for him. He's like, yo, get me off this island. Luffy fails miserably. And in the process, hundreds of civilians, or thousands, I don't fucking know, die because Saint Saturn ordered it, kind of like Ohara. And, you know, Vegapunk's like, oh, Saint Saturn, why, you're fucking evil. You're fucking evil, dude. Why would you do that? But it's like, bro, it's your fucking fault. Like, you could have stopped this. And like the craziest thing is, this arc ends with part of Egghead being lifted up into the sky by like one of Vegapunk's inventions. Are you fucking stupid? Why didn't you do that 2 weeks ago? There was literally nothing stopping him. Vegapunk was written in such a weird way, because he's written literally just to like gaslight us. He's like, oh Luffy, I need to get off this island. But the only thing he didn't wipe from his memory is that he knows he needs to die. So it's just pointless, and then the whole arc could have been avoided if he just lifted the island into the sky, which he could have. There was literally nothing stopping him. There wasn't like some key component that needed to happen during the actual events on Egghead for him to lift up the island. He just did it at the end, or rather one of the satellites did at the end. And mind you, throughout the arc, 4 of the satellites die, plus Vegapunk. At the epilogue of the arc, all of the satellites are actually alive. Their like brains have been uploaded to like a fucking computer or whatever the hell, so they all have new bodies. And then, spoiler for Elbaf of all things, Lilith is there with the Straw Hats, and it was revealed that they actually have a clone of Vegapunk's main body that Lilith says, oh yeah, we got this on Egghead, which we just never see as, you know, an audience member. So it's just Oda, classic fucking Oda. He wants to have his cake and eat it too. He wants to have like these emotional fake out deaths, but then immediately bring back the characters. It's just like lazy writing, man. It's so dog shit. So to recap, the Straw Hats were either useless or stupid. The villains were either useless or stupid. There were 5 fake out deaths, so just, you know, add that to the fucking pile. Pointless arc should have existed. At the very least, we're now on Elbaf. I'm cautiously optimistic. I think Shanks being there is cool. Loki seems to be a cool potential antagonist. So, you know, pretty big stumble and fall on Oda's part, but like, you know, there's always the future. I think the special thing about One Piece is that you kind of just go with the punches. But you know, at the very least, we're off of Egghead now. We've now started Elbaf. Shanks and or Loki seem like potential and very interesting villains for this next arc. If they are to be written that way, it seems like very up in the air what exactly is going to happen this arc. But you know, it seems like Oda's trying to shake things up for the better, so I'm kind of excited. But yeah, thank you for listening and have a good one.